Hey, my name is Daniel Pandolf. I'm the CEO of Ministry Assistant Services, a virtual assistant company that helps churches, nonprofits, and Christian business owners get paired with the right virtual assistant to make their job and life a whole lot easier. Today, in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should hire a virtual assistant for your church. And I am so excited to dive in. So let's get to it. The first reason why you should hire a church virtual assistant is that they can keep you organized. Many of the pastors I talk to, and we work with around 50 to 60 churches across the United States, UK, and Canada. And one of the things we've consistently heard is pastors saying, hey, I got into ministry so that I might be able to help people, but a lot of these administrative tasks and organizational tasks take so much out of me. And maybe you don't feel like that's your giftedness. Well, that's the great thing about a virtual assistant. Our virtual assistants come in and they help churches get organized. They help pastors get organized, whether that's cleaning up your email, responding back to messages, making sure that newsletters are going out, social media is being scheduled, whatever it might be, those tiny little tasks that feel like you're being overwhelmed, they can help you with that. So the very first reason why you would hire a virtual assistant is they can help keep you organized. The second reason to hire a virtual assistant is that they can help take care of administrative tasks. Uh, if the first group of things I talked about was organization for you, the administrative tasks are really organization for your entire church. This can be entering in names into databases. It can be doing and handling PowerPoint or presentation, taking minutes for various meetings that you might have. It can be making sure that social media is scheduled ahead of time. Any of those kind of small administrative tasks, virtual assistants can handle, and they can handle with ease. Our team handles those tasks weekly, those recurring tasks, those monthly tasks, and we can even plan and help you get ahead 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So that's the joy of having somebody who's completely dedicated to just doing administrative tasks. The third thing that a virtual assistant can do for your church is do and handle all the social media. It's no secret that social media is a driving force for many people to determine whether or not they want to go to your church. Before anyone enters into your church, they're going to be exploring it on Google. They're going to be looking at your Instagram. They're going to be looking at your Facebook page if you have one, or your Twitter account if you have a Twitter account. Our virtual assistants can handle making sure that those posts are regularly posted, that there's consistent, fresh content being put out that really represents the brand of your church, but also represents a really good look for your church so that people really understand what you are all about. We can make sure that those posts are being regularly scheduled. There's nothing worse than somebody going on an Instagram page and you haven't been updating that page in sometimes 5, 6, 7 months. There's nothing worse than that because people are sitting there thinking, oh, this church isn't really connected. They don't really understand what's going on. And one of the great things about virtual assistant, they can handle all of that. That's one of the things that we most commonly get asked. Hey, can you handle our social media? Absolutely, we can. The fourth thing that we can do is we can handle event planning, and virtual assistants handle event planning. Event planning sounds like one of those things that would have to be done on location because obviously you have to contact vendors. If you're having a meeting, you would need to get caterers, and if you need to rent bouncy houses for a children's event or an Easter egg hunt. How can a virtual assistant help with that? Well, virtual assistants can help in a multitude of ways. Our virtual assistants have handled Easter egg hunts before. They've handled ice cream socials before. One really cool story was there was a church that was looking for a vegan ice cream truck. Our virtual assistants identified a vegan ice cream truck, managed to book it for their event, and brought it to the church. And it was wonderful. It was great. The event went off really well. Also with Easter egg hunts, we can help organize and handle people signing up for the candy to put into the Easter eggs. We can even place those orders through Amazon, whatever it might be. We can organize that entire event. We can create the outreach needed, whatever it might be. Virtual assistants can handle all of that, which is absolutely incredible. The fifth thing is that virtual assistants are really great for churches of any size. There's a variety of reasons for this, but the main one is that no matter really the size of your church, a virtual assistant can help you because it's a more affordable option. The reality is that a virtual assistant is a contract employee for you, meaning that you are only paying them for the hours that are being used. A lot of times with traditional secretaries, you are having to bring somebody in and they are there for the whole day. Maybe you don't have money to hire somebody full time, and so they're only there part time. And as you know, it's really difficult to find somebody who's going to be consistent, who's going to show up week after week for only a few hours a day. And what many churches have found is that it's difficult to find that person, and it's difficult for that person to, um, I don't know, find it worth their while, so to speak, because they're sitting there thinking, hey, what's like, I'm only doing this for, $10, $12 an hour. I could be doing another part-time job somewhere else. It's maybe just not very convenient with them. So what you end up doing with a virtual assistant is you pay a little bit more per hour, but after you pay more per hour, you have somebody who is completely dedicated, who is a professional doing this. And so that what we have oftentimes found is that churches only find that person who's consistently turning in work for them, but it's higher quality, and they actually do it a lot more quickly than oftentimes many secretaries are able to do. There's not as many distractions because they are solely focused on making sure that your tasks are being done. And so we work with churches that are very small, maybe 20, 30 members, all the way up to mega churches. And that's a really cool thing that I can say about virtual assistants. This is changing the way that churches employ staff, and they can come alongside and supplement the staff. A lot of times, virtual assistants come alongside church secretaries. They are not necessarily replacing them, but they come alongside and help them. So if you tend to be like a medium-sized church, you maybe already have an established church secretary. This is not taking the place of the church secretary, but this person is coming along and assisting church secretary. I'm going to cover that in another video, how a virtual assistant can actually help your church secretary become more productive in many ways. So anyway, those are the 5 reasons why your church should hire a church virtual assistant. And it is going to absolutely change the game. It is going to absolutely change everything for you. If you're interested in getting a church virtual assistant, here's what I would tell you. Check us out at ministryassistantservices.com. I'll post the link in the description, and then schedule a quick 20-minute call with me. I would love to chat with you about what your specific needs are as a church and how one of my project managers and virtual assistants can help you. I'm really excited to talk with you, and I think that it might be a really good fit. Hopefully, I'll talk with you soon. Have a good one.